Hi and welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147. Happy 17th of June, everybody. I hope you are all well. Let's have a look at what square we're going to do today, just so I know what diamonds to start messing about with. 15. Oh, so we're going back up to the side. So I do need my clippy clips so that I can bring it down to a nice level. About there should do it. I've seen quite a few of you have purchased your own little quilting clips. I hope you're enjoying them as much as I am. Mine was multicoloured, but I had just pulled out the clear ones, and I tend to use those at the moment on my paintings. Ooh, what do we have today? Oh, we have quite a bit more blue. I think this is going to be the purple section, according to the pictures, up there and down here. But all of this is mainly blue, but we're going to start off with a darker one. Start off with some brune or brown. Thank you to everybody that has already subscribed to my other channel. I do have a link in the description, but videos will be coming on that channel from the 1st of August. So any help from anybody by subscribing to both this channel and that channel is appreciated. And hopefully this will bring more videos to you guys in the long run if you watch all of them. On another good note, I have found the odd little pocket of time to be able to diamond paint, not including this one. Not huge amounts, but the odd little pocket of time. And I have finally finished the Hom Fun custom. So 2 out of 4 customs are finished, which means in July I will need to de-kit that one, and I'll need to kit up the Manhui Rachel store one with 70 colours. So if you like the longer videos, that will be coming soon enough. I've still got the mystery painting from Margaret to work on, and then for bigger ones I have Mr. Quackers and Minions. So I still have a few choices of ones that are kitted up if I get a little bit more time, but yes, it's finally finished. It felt like a bit of a slog, that one. I don't know whether I did my sections too big or whether it's just because I haven't had as much time to diamond paint. It felt like I'd been working on that one for far too long, so hopefully the next couple will go a bit quicker, especially if I make sure that I keep up, you know, with an hour or half an hour each evening to be able to diamond paint even after this June event's finished. And I can just move my attention over to the diamond paintings that I've got on the go. We'll see how it goes. Right, so to start with your question, so Arisa from Spain, she has said some lovely comments about enjoying the June event, etc. But she has a colour suggestion for trays of pastel mauve, or mauve, yeah, pastel mauve. I'll have to have a look into that one, see exactly what sort of shades are available, but I've definitely got a few options to go from. Ipabella says she does say she'd love it if I had a storage box in the shop, but she understands why I don't. She hasn't found storage that works for her. I don't know if you are in the Facebook group or not, Ipabella. If you are, it might be worth asking in there what sort of storage boxes people have got, and make sure you say what country you're from. So at least then people in the same country as you can give you suggestions of where you might be able to find a box. But the photo box that I use is similar to a shoebox size-ish. So maybe that'll open up a few more options for you if you look for a shoebox. Anna Marie has asked, is there anybody in the UK that sells something similar to Pretty Places? Because she can't justify the shipping. That is the only thing between countries, isn't it? Is sometimes the shipping is just a bit too much, and I get that. I don't know of anywhere that does it in the same sort of way as Pretty Places, because Pretty Places is like a crayon. So it's a little bit easier to, you know, just manage straight from the crayon. I know there are a few places that do wax. So maybe you'd be able to find a shape for the wax that is similar to a crayonish type, or a type that you can actually get hold of. I know the best place to have a look is Etsy, and type in diamond painting wax, and then you can filter it to in the UK and see maybe somebody does a shape of wax. I know I've got some heart wax from a seller that's UK based. Maybe they do a different, I know they do a few different shapes in that store as well. Maybe you can find one that is a shape that you could get hold of similar to a crayon. I don't think there's anywhere that does the same. But if you can find something that's close enough, then maybe that will work. Or at least give you that option. Otherwise, the pen I have been using this week is something that I've seen in a few different places, and I'm pretty sure I've seen it on AliExpress as well, and that has the same sort of tip end as the likes of a Pretty Placer does. So maybe that would work for you as an option. Amy Louise says she's loving the video. Where in the UK do I recommend getting the storage boxes? The ones that I use are from Hobbycraft. So that's a UK store. They are called photo boxes, and they have a few different designs on their websites and in stores. And they're actually a really, really good price. I think they often run offers like 2 for £6, but you know, they only cost £3.50 or something in the first place. Or maybe it's 2 for £5 and they cost £3. They don't cost a huge amount in the first instance, but they do often run offers. So yeah, Hobbycraft is your best place for a storage box UK wise. She also says, which of the two baggies linked on your website are the thick ones that you used? So under the links of our favourites in the spare storage, there is one that's called thick grip seal bags and one that's just called grip seal bags. So the ones that I was sent by Diana are the thick grip seal bags, and that's the link that she provided to everybody. So yes, hopefully that one will help. Hope that when you bring out the purple trays again, it's the same colour. We'll have to see on that one. It will depend on what filament's available, and there are a few gorgeous shades of purple, so it may be the same. We may change it up a bit, but we'll bring out more as soon as we can, once we've run through, of course, some of the other colours that people want. And we'll do them as often as we can, so that people, hopefully it'll get to the point where people can have choice when they come to the website. But only time will tell on that front, because it's amazing how quick days can go by. They can just disappear. So Fee the DP addict, says she loves the glow in the dark in the picture. Awesome. Oh, that reminds me. The pen. Today's pen is another one that I got from Marble Makes, and this one is actually glow in the dark as well. So once I've finished this section, provided I don't forget, because there is a chance that can happen because I'll talk about a lot between now and the end of the video, I will turn off the big lights and hopefully show you both the pen and the painting glowing in the dark, because it's always fun to see everything glow in the dark. Sorry, so Fee asks, what is the meaning and choosing of your children's names? The first names for all of the children were names that we liked. They were names we picked just purely because we liked them. Oh, I don't want to do K yet, that's all of that. Oh no, maybe I do. I'm just trying to decide. Let me zoom you in. We've had a bit of a zoom out session, so let me zoom you in. So the next one here is the letter K, which is scattered about here, but then it's all the way up here. So I was going to wait and leave it, but I don't think I am. I'm just going to keep going. So yeah, the first names are names that we chose that we like. All of their middle names have meaning. Now my son's name, that's Lewis, is also the name of my granddad, who died when my father was actually really young. My dad was only 8 at the time, so I never got to meet him, but it was his name. So it was a name we liked. We kept the same spelling as him, with it being a family name, but each of their middle names has meaning. So Megan's middle name is named after my mum. Caris has a middle name that's actually on both sides of the family, with grandparents on both sides. Lewis's middle name is actually the same name as my husband and my husband's father. They both have the same name. And then my youngest, Catherine, her middle name is the same name as my sister. So we gave them all middle names with meaning, but first names that are their own. You know, they may say Lewis was my granddad's name as well, but it's very much his name and chosen because we like it. Yeah. Sharon, she's used glue dots exclusively, and she just kept touching the tip of the glue dot so it doesn't pull the coating off. She's currently working on Minion Love, which is one that I've mentioned that I have on the go. She has about a quarter of it done. How much have you finished of that painting? It's probably about the same. Sharon, it's probably still a quarter. I haven't yet got to the minions in the boat, but that minion one has sort of been put on pause for me. I will occasionally get it out, but that's normally if I've completed one of my customs and I've completed another small painting, and I was waiting to do the videos of the de-kitting or of the kitting up of my next one. If there was a few days between when I was able to film and when I'd finished them, then I would get out the Minion Love. But it is on a little bit of a pause, though Mr. Quackers has joined the mix now as well, so maybe it will go on an even longer pause. We'll see how much diamond painting I manage to squeeze in. But yeah, it's probably about a quarter. I do really enjoy doing it though. It's hard because when I have so many paintings on the go, I do have a mixture of doing one that, well, I enjoy doing all of them, but there then comes a point where the likes of the custom ones are, you know, for a future video, so I don't want to leave or to do a different painting for too long while doing those. And then it becomes the mixture of working on a larger painting but also still completing smaller paintings so that I can do de-kitting and kitting up videos on them. So there's often a little bit of conflict between the two, and I keep losing diamonds. I went to refill the wax in this pen, and I think it had actually been in there for a while, so I actually ended up pulling it all out. So it's as though I'm starting with a brand new pen again. So yeah, about the same distance as you. Diana, a different Diana, we do have a few Dianas on here. She says she's loving the waffles, and she did want to mention that beyond the regular glow-in-the-dark diamonds, she was able to find AB glow-in-the-dark diamonds in both round and square. Oh, that would properly give some sparkle, I'm guessing. They'd be interesting. Have I ever seen or tried them? No, I haven't. I think I do need to explore a little bit more the types of, replacement diamonds that you can sort of mix up. So the likes of the glow-in-the-dark, the different versions of ABs that are out there. Especially now that I know that there's a square one that is the same size as 4. I have put it on my potential video ideas list. So one of these days when I get a chance to sort of sit down and go shopping, I will go and have a nosy and see what different types of diamonds that I can pick up and potentially switch some out in either future paintings or in maybe another mini series of paintings. But no, I haven't heard of AB and glow in the dark. That's like ultimate, isn't it? Mix them all in there. Oh, Naomi says the next Outlander book comes out at the end of November. Ooh, I kind of feel like I need to do a mini recap of, the last one, or maybe find a little synopsis of it online so that I can remember what happened between each book. I know quite often my mum will reread the whole series when the next one's due, and I know she watches these, so I don't know if you know already, Mum, but there's another Outlander in November, end of November. Get reading the books again. Maybe I'll get my mum to give me a little rundown so that I don't have to read it again. Though that is one book that I do prefer reading to listening to. And I think that's just because some of the scenes can be very vivid and gory, which I think is why the actual TV series, I found myself watching some episodes through half an eye. Maybe I should try again now I'm diamond painting to watch the TV series, because then I don't have to look at the screen and actually see all the gory bits. But that's one that I actually prefer reading so that I can purposefully skip parts that I don't like the sound of, compared to listening to it on an audiobook and not necessarily being able to tell it to just fast forward through the gory part. But yeah, I'll definitely look into that. Thank you, Naomi. Linda says rather than glue dots, she actually prefers nano tape. She picked it up. Yeah, so she picked the idea up apparently from Diamond Painting with Donnie, and she found she liked it better than the glue dots. It's probably been a topic of conversation on the glue dots for this whip and chat, but you've given me all some great ideas on making them work for me. And if not, I do have a backup as well, so thank you for that. Shimmy Dancer, by the looks of it, she typed a question about themed trays and special coloured trays for different holidays, and she typed it on a video that I also was asked the same question by somebody else. She does say that she would like to purchase trays in different colour sets, if that's appropriate, so a fall set, things like that. She says she really, really loves her trays. That's something we might look at in the future. I think at the moment things are, tray-wise, are quite busy on their own. But we definitely have quite a few different ideas of things and themes and specific, colours at certain times that we'd love to do. I just think things need to settle down a bit before we can look at doing that. Denise said, will the logbook ever be available for a digital purchase? She says she'd love to purchase it, being a student from the US, because apparently the conversion and the shipping puts it out of her price range. For this one, we're not quite sure yet in relation to the digital version, and the one of the biggest reasons for that it's not something that is just straight and easy for us to do as a digital download, is the different paper sizes between countries. So we do have a couple of free downloads on the website, and we've had to create those in both A4 paper size or sticker paper size and letter size, because the US use the letter format. Whereas the logbooks, we print them on A5. So there's a few things, if we made them, available as A5, you probably wouldn't be able to print it in the US anyway in that size. Please tell me if I'm wrong, because if I'm wrong, it might be something we could look at. And then, it's getting the formatting and the spacing right for a letter or half a letter size, because with the DMC stickers we had to adjust a lot, and it's actually more pages to print it in letter format than it is to print it in A4. So that could muck a lot of the spacings up with the logbook. Plus, in addition to that, we do also have the problem that we notice on the downloads, is that somebody will get the free download, which, at least this isn't happening and it's costing them money, but they get the free download in A4, and then all of a sudden you see them come back and get the free download in letter size because they actually downloaded the wrong one. And the problem with that then is the logbook would be a purchase, not a free download. So it could potentially become quite a bit of a very heavy admin task to create anything like that available for download, which we just don't have the time for at the moment. And unfortunately, as much as we want to be able to offer things like that to, the cheaper option for people to be able to print it themselves, it's not quite as easy as just putting the file available on the website. There's a lot of messing that'd have to go behind the scenes, and then there's also a lot of purchase errors that could happen off the back of it, which would in turn give us more work to do. So at the moment it's a no, but again, it's something that is not a never. But it is something that has had that sort of thought process already. it is something we have thought about. Just at the moment, it's not practical for us. Lady Dax, she's been working on her storage this month, she says, and she's finally nailed it. Awesome. She did get some micro glue dots, so we are back on glue dots. However, she's been using them for sticking drills on her spares section of her logbook. Amazing. That is, so in the diamond painting logbook that we do have pages for you to mark whether you have certain spare diamonds, but we did make sure that the box was big enough for you to stick diamonds in if you wanted to. It's good to know that the micro glue dots work for it. We didn't measure them to be exactly the size because they are columns for both round and square. So it's not like you could stick a strip of double-sided tape, but it is really good that you can. So it's good that you can put a micro dot on the bottom of a drill and stick it in its place so that you just have one or two there. I like that idea. Oh, she does say she's jealous of me getting Diana from Diamond Art Club. She didn't even get the chance to pre-order. Oh, they do go so quick. And I didn't set an alarm for it or anything, but I did keep the email letting us know that it was coming. I'm pretty sure it was an email. I did keep it in my inbox, and I happened to be on my computer at the time that they release. So I was very lucky to be able to snag. It was pre-order when I snagged it, but it did ship out. I've had it. It's actually still in its box. I've not done the unboxing video, which means I've not had a chance to actually look at it. But yeah, it has been here for a week or so. I was kind of hoping it would arrive in the month of May, so that I could have done it as an unboxing video before I started this June waffle and all unboxings went on pause. But it was not to be. It actually, the shipping didn't even update for me the whole time. This time I got a message to say it shipped, and every time I clicked on it, it's we're working on getting it out to you. Your order will be picked up soon. And it said that even to the day it got delivered at my door. It still told me that they were picking it up. But I got it. That's the main thing. Okay, where's the A? A. I can't see these. I should know these letters by now. And yet I still can't see for looking. There we go. Do you ever find the diamonds do that to you? And there's just the odd symbol that you just can never remember where it is? Or is it just me? Just me? Okay. Jean has said she's loving the waffles, they relax her. She says she is 6 days behind. How can she catch up? Well, you don't have to catch up, Jean. Just extend your month of June. Don't panic about being at the right place or not. There are going to be some days that you just can't do it. But there may be, in turn, some days where you can do a bit more. So if you're following along with the numbers that I've chosen, then just still try to do that one each day. If you can, awesome. If you can't, that's fine. It can get done in the month of August. If you do get it done and you have a bit more time, then go to one of the numbers that you've missed. If you're doing it in your own way and moving up your own sections, then just do as much as you can each day, and seriously don't beat yourself up that you need to catch up in any way. If it's not a matter of time, you know, maybe you've had your busy part of the month and you now have plenty of time to do it all, but you just want to spread it out, then you could potentially do 1.5 sections a day. Or if you're working your own way up the painting and you know, maybe haven't got it all fully sectioned off, then maybe you could just make your sections bigger and just make them the size of however many days are left in the month. She also says she's ordered a tray and covers. Can I reuse the covers on another painting? Oh yes, definitely. The cover papers, they come a little bit bigger than the section that I'm doing. They're a little bit of a bigger shape than that, but not by too much. It's the 3 by 4 inches they are. That's the size that I tend to use on all of my paintings. And I've been using the same cover sheets now for over a year, I'd say, at least. They're really thick, they're really quite durable, and you can constantly reuse them. I actually have decorated a passport holder that you can buy from some sites as an off the canvas item. So I decorated a passport cover with diamonds, and that's actually what I store mine in. I have a beautiful little blue passport holder that has all my cover sheets in, and every time I take one off a painting, that's just where it gets stored, ready for the next one. They do like to attract dust, I will say that. So I tend to, they will pick up any dust that's in the room. They don't stop it landing everywhere else, unfortunately, but they are the first place that picks up dust. So if you do have your diamond painting left out, when I take the cover piece of cover paper off, I tend to just give it a quick wipe, normally on my trouser leg or something, and then I pop it away, and it keeps them safe. So it is best to put them, you know, in a cover of some sort, or a box, or depending on how you diamond paint and where you store them. They're better not, you know, you can leave them out in the open, but the longer you do, the more they'll pick up those bits of dust. Tracy has said make the lids on the trays stackable. That's possible. The only thing is with making the lids stackable is they would have to go into the tray and then potentially come out and have a lip that's wider than the tray itself to hold the next tray. But there's a few different designs we're going to look into. We've just got a couple of things we want to do before we look into lids. There's a queue. Oh, Jennifer says January the 2nd is a bank holiday in Scotland, but not anywhere else in the UK. So there you go. The Scots get an extra, I don't know if it's an extra one. Is that an extra one, Jennifer? Do you get one more than the rest of the country? It wouldn't surprise me. But they do get the colder weather, so it's only fair. It's colder the more up north you go. Further north, it's normally colder than down south. So we'll let you have another bank holiday. Oh, Corinne says the blue pen was an ergonomic, squishy looking pen. I know she did ask a question about the pens the other day. I know which one you mean. Let me find it. There it is. This one, Corinne. So this one is a Stabilo Easy Original pen. It's actually a normal, well, it comes as a normal pen. And then I think the tip's been replaced. I'm not quite sure how. Oh, hang on. You can, aha, there we go. She's put a pink pen in it. So she's taken out the pen part, and it looks like that's had to be trimmed down to fit, but it has a pink pen inside it. There you go, we both learned something. And that's the pen. So let me see if I can, let me put the lid on and see if it will focus on the writing, because I am fully zoomed in. There you go. Stabilo Easy Original. So have a look for one of them. Pop a pink pen in it and hack the end off. Job's a good one. You've got yourself a diamond painting pen. I like it. It is really comfy to hold, that one as well. Really nice. Oh, Pebbles Adult Colouring. She did say Guy Fawkes and Fireworks Night is a local holiday. Yep, so that is something that is UK wise. Why we celebrate somebody who wanted to burn down Parliament, I really don't know. Well, actually, maybe I do some days. But yeah, we do have Guy Fawkes Night, Bonfire Night. Maybe we're celebrating when they gave him his punishment. It's not a day off. It's not a holiday in the fact of everybody gets a day off work. But it is celebrated with fireworks and bonfires. And they tend to, so fireworks night is the 5th of November. And then quite often fireworks don't stop. We end up with loads all the way through because they're available for sale, and then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year, and you hear them all even more. Oh, Anna says when she was talking about being notified, she was more, she asked if there would be a way of being notified about the limited edition trays when they became available. And I mentioned that we do have a new Facebook page that will be promoted when we move to or add the new business name. She was thinking more along the lines of our wait list. Because when she went to, so for example, our trays at the moment, our 3 standard coloured trays, we do have a notice on there that if there's high demand, there can be a couple of days delay in your order being shipped. However, if we find that the delay is getting more than a few days, we will then mark the trays as out of stock, and you can pop your email address in and sign up so that when we put stock back on the website, you can be sent an email to say it's back in stock. That's what she was thinking of, being notified when available. That is a good idea, actually, because that may cover, the fact that some people don't have Facebook, that Facebook sometimes has its own ideas on who's going to be notified of what. So I think what we'll try and do, and I think we'll still put it on the business page when it's available. But we will, once we start printing a new colour, a limited edition colour, when that process starts, we will, as soon as we've got the first couple of trays off the printer that we need to take photos. So once we've got the couple of trays that we need to take photos, we will create a listing on the website and label it as coming soon so that people know it's not yet arrived. It's not like it's been and gone. It's not yet arrived, and give people the option to sign up for the wait list. And the wait list will then notify you when the painting comes back into, it's because I'm looking at this, when the tray comes back into stock, or in the case of the limited edition, when it becomes in stock, full stop. So yeah, that's a good idea, Anna. That is something that we'll look and see if we can do on the next limited colour. We've actually not started printing it yet, only because orders are taking a couple of days to get shipped for trays at the moment. Once we start printing a new colour, then yeah, that's something I'm more than happy to look at doing, because the photographs and the listing is something we need to do anyway. It's just something that we'll do a little bit earlier. The only thing I will say is, while we will do that, there is still can't give you a time frame on how long it will be until they're available. I know once we start printing a roll of filament, it can take a few days, well, not a few days, sorry, a couple of weeks for a printer to get through a full roll of filament and therefore get all the trays. But quite often we actually have to take the limited edition colours or stop printing them for a little while if orders increase for the other colours, because they're our priority. But yeah, I'll definitely look at doing that. I'm just filling in these couple of gaps now before I do the full last colour, because these are ABs as well. Oh, Carla, she does say she knows she's in the minority, but I don't have Facebook, never have and never will. She does say, I guess I'll miss out on your products in this case. No, even before, you know, Anna's commented and said to put the wait list up, even without Facebook, products would still be mentioned on YouTube. That was just another way for people to be able to keep in touch. I know a few people have said that, you know, they haven't had chance to yet watch that day's whip and chat, and they missed out on the purple because we didn't announce it anywhere else. We only announced it on YouTube for this one, just partly because we're just doing the whip and chats and it was fun to use it and let you guys see it all at the same time. But no, there's always other avenues that we let people know when something is new and available. I just know that sometimes that is a quick way. But Carla, maybe the email sign up, the notification sign up directly from the website would be a better one for you, because that one would also be, an email would be sent to you as soon as the stock is put on the website. It's sort of part of the process. When we add stock, it tells us that people are waiting and we send the emails. So maybe that'll work for you better. Layla says she's loving the June waffle. She does her section while watching the episode, but she is on a confetti section. So, or if she's on a confetti section where I finish first, she's watching the advent calendar from December. More waffling. You've got all the waffling that you can listen to. She says she's had a painting in her stash for so long that it kept getting pushed aside because of the amount of B5200s in it. And the June waffle is perfect for that. And it finally gets it done. Oh, that's good. Tackling something like that, that's a painting that you maybe want to do and you love the finished product, but maybe it's got either, you know, lots of confetti and you're not a confetti fan, or maybe it has lots of a single colour and you really don't like doing a single colour. That's when I find doing a couple of paintings at once, even if whether it's part of the June waffle or not, by having a couple of paintings on the go, that can really work well. because you start with a small section, and it can even be smaller than what you normally do. A small section of your difficult painting, and when I say difficult, I just mean it's, you know, the way it's made up is harder for you than other paintings. You do a small section of that, and then you continue diamond painting on a painting that's easier for you, or more enjoyable for you is maybe the right word. And by doing that little bit on that other painting each day, you get it done and you get a picture at the end of it that you enjoy, but you don't hate every minute of doing it. It's a great way to sort of break a painting up a bit. Oh, Fee has said, so why is it Add More Zest? She said, will it be a new logo? Or are you going to do these as a new limited edition colour of lemon or oranges? So the reason behind the name is part of the advice we got when choosing a name for the limited edition company is trying to make sure that it is understandable, or, you know, not too complicated, but also not too niche. So by coming up with a company name, for example, that had diamond painting in it, would mean that if we ever did anything but diamond painting, it could be a confusing name for any other part of the business. Because while it's all under the business name, you can have a few different, all under the same umbrella, you can have a few different bits off the side of that. So for example, if hubby wanted to launch a business, you know, in computing that he loves doing, then to have a company name that has diamonds in it might confuse computer people. Also, when you know, we were having these discussions, the person we had the discussions with doesn't do diamond painting or anything like that, you know, was new to the company and the concept and all that sort of stuff. And with my username, or the name at the moment being 4kids@147, she thought it had something to do with kids. Which it kind of has, but the business kind of hasn't. Like it's not necessarily for people with kids. It's for people with kids, without kids, with older kids, with younger kids, with no kids. You know, diamond painting is for everybody. And there is a lot of times, especially in the whip and waffles, that I do get asked, you know, what is the 147 for? And all that sort of stuff. It's not necessarily relevant to the business. So we needed to come up with a name that, you know, was generic-ish, was available as a limited company, because you can't have two limited companies with the same name in the UK. And I also wanted a company name that the .com web address was available. So it had to meet a little bit of criteria. So I went, spent a good while searching, Googling. I ended up looking at scrapbooking craft stickers to see if there was any, you know, names or sayings that were sort of generic but not generic. All that sort of stuff. And then we did decide on Add More Zest. Partly as well because you can add anything to that. So I've got the new YouTube channel, Add More Zest with Diamonds. But, you know, it could be Add More Zest with computers, Add More Zest with this, Add More Zest in your life. It could be used for a number of different things while still being under the same umbrella. And we like it. It's zesty. I hope that makes sense. We aren't going to change the logo, not on the likes of all the diamond painting stuff, because it is to add more zest with diamonds, with diamond painting. So the logo won't be changing, it will just be some elements of the name that will be changing. We're trying to keep, you know, some people may not even notice the difference. There's going to be some familiarity, but there's also going to be some things that are just worded and changed a little bit different. Yes, so anyway, I finished that whole section while we were talking about the business name. That's another one done, and I have remembered that we need to see what both the pen and the painting look like in glow in the dark. So just to let you know, this pen is all swirled. It has all got glitter in with the pink as well, and a cute little bunny head. And I think I've got all the painting in shot. So we're ready for me to turn the lights off. Hang on, put the painting down. I need to keep the pen in shot. And there we go. So I'm hoping that is coming through. The pen is a bit more of a, well, on camera it looks more yellowy, but when I actually look down, it's actually these that are looking more yellow and the pen that's looking more white. Very weird. I don't quite know how that works. And then of course I do have my little glowing tub. Looks like something out of the Matrix. Right, I'm going to turn the light back on, so if it does flash on your screen, just beware. Because it shows me as it flashing on my little viewfinder. But I'm not sure if it actually, how big a flash it can be on your screens. But yeah, we're getting there. It's definitely getting more completed. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow.